Hey, everybody, welcome to Fire Talk. Great to be with you again. I'm Ken Ingle, president of Southeastern University.
And I am Drew Watson, director of athletics. Ken, I'll tell you what, if you love championship season, this is your kind of week, but you've already had a good start to your week, correct?
Yes, we are world champs
LA
for the
Dodgers.
Second year in a row. Los Angeles Dodgers got a great manager, Dave Roberts, who once again outmaneuvers everybody, put Rojas in that Game 7. And, of course, in the 9th, he hits a home run, ties it up, and we go extra innings. And in the 11th, well, the other big thing that happened is the catch from Pages.
Yes.
It's kind of, it looks like Pages, but
yes,
right? Pages.
Yes.
And, of course, he basically trampled Kiki, yeah. So
Hernandez.
Which was that was everything, honestly, right there. Well, there was a lot of things that were like everything there in those last innings, and then of course Will Smith hitting the homer to put the Dodgers up.
You know that You Got Moss segment on Randy Moss
Yes,
does this segment?
yes.
They did Pajes as a You Got Mossed. Kiki got mossed. But congratulations. I hate to say because my Phillies were the second victim on that road to the World Championship. But yeah, congratulations.
It was a great
season. But as I said, this is championship season.
Yeah, it is your
you're
kind
not
of kidding. I mean, it feels like every sport is peaking at the same time. Sun Conference tournaments are underway now, and football chasing a title, volleyball trying to finish on top of the standings, and of course both basketball teams off to great starts. I caught both of those games at the Furnace last week, and they looked good.
Yeah, there's energy all over campus right now. So today, instead of just looking back then forward, we're going to go team by team and talk about what happened and what's coming up.
All right, well, let's jump right in. Start on the hardwood where men's basketball did tip off the 25-26 season Friday night. They had a 79-74 win over Thomas University. Again, a great way to start year 2 for Coach Hudson Welty. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, it really was. You could feel the buzz in the Furnace. We weren't sure how many people were going to show up because it was Halloween night, but we had a good crowd, the opening night energy. And I think what stood out was how composed they were for the first game down the stretch. Now, I thought early on, you were there, as you said.
Yeah.
A little bit shaky, a little bit of home opener nerves, I think. But I mean, they moved the ball.
Yep.
Second half, got balanced scoring, didn't panic late when things got tight.
Yeah, and again, that's a sign of maturity. You can see how much the returning players have grown in the system, and they're playing unselfish basketball, and they looked confident doing it, and it was a great win.
Yeah, now they've got a big stretch, 3 games in 4 days, all on the road. They're at Spartanburg Methodist tonight. Then Columbia International Friday and Columbia College on Saturday. That's going to test their depth and toughness here early in the season.
That's exactly what you want in the early part of the season. Trips like that always, as well, starts building chemistry with the team. They show how you respond to adversity away from home. So it's always good early on.
Yeah, I like the direction this group is heading. Should be a fun weekend to watch. And on the women's side, what a start! The Fire 2-0 after edging Faulkner 60-58 in their opener. Then cruising to an 88-60 win at Bruton Parker last night.
Yeah, and of course that Faulkner game, I was there, and they went down to the wire on that one, the last minute of the game to capture the win.
Maya Herman stroking a 3 there with under 30 seconds left to win by 2.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. Yeah, and that second game showed how deep they are. Every player that stepped on the court in that second game scored. I mean, that's impressive, especially this early in the season.
Yeah, they were up 30 in the third quarter. So and that was a close game last year. They had 2 games with Bruton Parker. The first one was here at the Furnace, our home opener, which was really tight. Yeah. And then we won by a little bit more at their place, but that's a 28-point win's impressive. Coach Josh Epperson has this team playing fast, confident, and really connected. Great defense last night, defending hard, pushing tempo, sharing the ball, and you can tell they trust each other.
Yeah, they'll be up in Kentucky this week for the Cumberland's Classic, taking on Goshen College on Thursday, Defiance College on Friday. A great early season road test before coming home next week.
Yeah, those kind of tournaments are where you start to see your identity form. They'll come out of that stronger. No matter what happens on the court, you build that identity and you come out stronger, which is what we saw a lot of during wrestling's first weekend.
You talk about a statement start. The third-ranked Fire dominated the Patriot Open in Kentucky, first out of 30 teams with nearly 100 more points than second place.
That's crazy. 289 total points and 14 wrestlers finishing in the top 4 of their brackets. That's depth, discipline, and buy-in. Yeah. In fact, before I get to some of the names over the weekend, I went out to wrestling practice last Thursday. And I don't know if you know this, but Coach opens the wrestling room about 45 minutes to an hour before they're actually supposed to be there. And most of the team shows up. They play spike ball. They're playing their form of dodgeball. I forget what they call it.
Yeah.
But that's a sign of a really good culture when people that don't have to be there are there in the room getting to know each other. Yeah. So it's really cool. Freshman Hussam Mustafa won his first college tournament at 174. That's a debut to remember. And veterans like Aaron Lucio, Mario Della Torre, and Gentry Smith continue to anchor that lineup.
Yeah, and they didn't stop there. It turned right around the next day for the Southeast Open in Virginia, facing powerhouse NCAA Division I programs like Virginia Tech, North Carolina. I mean, those matches pay dividends later in the season.
Yeah, and I believe Lucio that day, Saturday, had a win over a kid from North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So really headlined that day. But, yeah, that's the kind of challenge that prepares you for March. They'll be back at it this weekend. Reinhardt on Saturday on the road and the Georgia Open Sunday. It's a busy start, but they thrive in that kind of environment.
Yeah.
On the pitch, men's soccer wrapped up the regular season with a 1-0 win over St. Thomas on senior night. That was a great performance. They played sharp defensively and managed the game perfectly. You could tell the seniors wanted to finish at home on a high note.
And that win also secured their spot in the Sun Tournament. They're on the road tonight for the quarterfinals, facing number 3 SCAD Savannah. Tough matchup, but this team's battle-tested.
Yeah, they've been in a lot of close games this season. That experience matters in tournament play. They know how to stay composed under pressure. Of course, SCAD's where we won the championship last year. If they win tonight, they'll move on to the semifinals this weekend, playing at St. Thomas on Saturday.
Yeah, and then there's women's soccer, and what a season for Coach Skelly Keller at the Fire. In the Fire, they clinched the Sun Conference regular season title for the first time since 2020.
2020,
after a 0-0 draw at St. Thomas.
And the honors just keep coming. They tied a program record with 7 all-conference selections, and Coach Keller was named Sun Conference Coach of the Year in his first season leading the program. You can see his impact on the team. They're composed, confident, and absolutely connected on the field. The defense has gone nearly 300 minutes without allowing a goal, which is stunning.
That's pretty
it's
incredible. Yeah. They'll host the Sun Conference semifinal Saturday night, 6 p.m. on the SCU soccer field, taking on it'll either be St. Thomas or Florida Memorial, but that's going to be a great night for Fire Nation.
Yeah, they play tonight, St. Thomas and Florida Memorial. Winner comes to Lakeland on Saturday. Volleyball had an exciting week as well. A 5-set thriller over Weber International close out their home slate.
Yeah, that one had everything. Long rallies, big swings, Furnace crowd bringing the energy. Just a great match altogether. I love how that team competes.
Yeah, they really do. They're wrapping up. They're 19-3 now. They're wrapping up the regular season with 2 huge road matches at Warner tonight and at number 14 St. Thomas on Saturday. And here's a headline. If they win both, they'll clinch the Sun Conference regular season title.
That's right. What a storyline that would be for them. They battled through adversity, stayed consistent, and now they've got a shot to literally finish on top.
Yeah, it's a veteran group that's really bought into Coach Phelps' system, but it's also, one of the questions, you look at when you have a coaching change is, okay, the coach inherits the team from the coach before. What's that second year start to look like? Because, when you start to lose the players from the previous regime. But, man, she had a really good recruiting class, and they've shown they can win tight matches and handle big moments. If they take care of business this week, they head into the postseason with a championship and a ton of momentum.
And, of course, football continues to roll. A big win Saturday night, 42-9 win over Warner. Makes it 4 straight victories for the Fire.
Yeah, that was a dominant performance. The offense looked balanced. The run game was strong. The passing attack was sharp. And the defense continues to play at a championship level. One of the highlights of the night came when Joe Key made a one-handed catch for a touchdown in the fourth quarter to cap the scoring on the day. Let's take a look at that. I was down the sideline here and saw it from the other side of the field.
They got it here at 2nd down and goal at the 8.
And this is one of those catches that you see on Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon at the Division I level and in the NFL. Police fires.
Fade,
and just a great one-hand catch, pulls it in for the TD. So
Yeah, highlight plays and 9 turnovers forced over the last 3 games. That's insane. And the physicality has really stood out. I mean, they're controlling that line of scrimmage.
They absolutely are. And they head to West Palm Beach this Saturday to take on number 2 Kaiser. Conference title implications are on the line. And it doesn't get any bigger than that. Heavyweight matchup, 2 nationally ranked programs. Their 2 were 14. High stakes, great rivalry. It's going to be a must-watch game.
Yeah, it's been such a fun time of year for Fire Athletics. Every program definitely competing at a high level. Every game with something on the line. And Drew, it really takes a full team effort to make, of course, all of this possible, not just our coaches and student athletes, but also our incredible partners who support SU athletics.
That's right, Ken. Our sponsors play a huge role in everything we do, from helping provide the best facilities and equipment to enhancing the overall student-athlete experience. Their investment makes a real difference in the lives of our players and in the community we serve.
And we are thrilled to welcome one of our newest partners, Lakeland Regional Health, now the official medical partner of Fire Athletics.
Discover personalized health care with Lakeland Regional Health, caring for families for over 100 years. The Lakeland Regional Health Physician Group includes more than 400 expert providers in over 40 specialties at 30-plus locations. They've been advancing, innovating, and growing across Polk County and beyond to deliver world-class care right here at home. Community-grown, nationally known, just for you.
And we're so thankful for our amazing partners, organizations like Lakeland Regional Health that help make everything we do possible. And their investment in Fire Athletics impacts our students every single day, both on and off the field.
Yeah, partnerships like that don't just provide resources, they represent shared values. Our sponsors believe in excellence, leadership, and service, just like SCU does. It's a really community effort to put these student athletes and get them to reach their full potential.
And, of course, speaking of that, we've got a program that's been preparing all season for its biggest moment of the year, Fire Cross Country. Both teams are set to compete this weekend at the Sun Conference Championship in Hardyville, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most competitive conference meets in the country, and both the men's and women's teams are right in the mix. Joining us now to preview the weekend are head coach Paul Kurtz, a regular on this program, and sophomore Izzy Colebank. Coach Izzy, welcome to Fire Talk.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you both here. And yeah, Coach, I think you are the coach that has visited Fire Talk the most frequent.
I think that's true.
He watches. He watches.
It's my favorite thing of the year.
It too, yeah. No, that's great. Well, we want to start with you, Coach. You've been building this team all season with the Sun Conference Championship in mind. What should all the Fire fans expect to see from the group this weekend?
Well, I think it's going to be a great meet. It's nice that it's going to be up in Hardyville, which is a little bit cooler temperatures than definitely. Florida, and we always look forward to running a little bit cooler temperatures, and performances usually are a lot better because of that. So, and the course, actually, they're changing it slightly so that it'll be more spectator-friendly. For one thing, they're just running around the lake basically 3 or 4 times, depending on the race. So that'll be a nice thing, too, and it'll make it much faster as well. But as far as our teams, I think it's going to be a very competitive race, both on the men's side and the women's side. There's some very close teams. The men, it's really a toss-up between 4 teams, I'd say. And the women's side, definitely SCAD's got a little bit of advantage on everybody, but they're not too far away that nobody can't catch them if they have a really great day. So,
yeah. No, that's great.
Now, Izzy, I've got a question I want to ask you, but I'm going to interject a question here.
Okay.
Now you see, football is a very violent sport. There's tackles,
Yes.
there's basketball, it's got fouls, people all over, very physical game. Running isn't necessarily known for that. But you were telling us a story, before we got on air about a high school race you were in where there was some shenanigans going on. It got interesting.
Yeah.
I think our listeners would love to hear that story.
Okay. So, during our state race, my senior year of high school, there was a rival high school, and there was one girl on the team, and she's known for being aggressive on the cross-country course. And so she decided to shove one of our freshmen, and she's right in front of me. And I'm just like, no, let's not shove my freshman. So I decided to go up, and I shoved her into a bush.
So possibly not a Champions of Character moment.
Yes.
Maybe not.
But it does.
She's matured since then.
Yes.
It does indicate how competitive running is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just I think from a spectator's perspective, we sit and watch a race and go, "Oh, how nice they're running the," But there's some heated rivalries out there.
Yeah, there's a few elbows, maybe some spiking, but like it's okay.
It's all part of the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for you personally, how have your preparations gone for this weekend's race? What's been your focus leading up to the championships?
Yeah, I think a lot of things I really try and focus on are just like my health in general, of making sure I'm getting enough sleep. I go to bed at 8:30 every night.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I really value.
What time are you up in the morning?
Well, we usually have practice around 6:15,
Okay.
6:30-ish. And so I just really like sleep. And so I'm like, okay, let me get some sleep. But then also making sure that I'm like eating 3 meals a day and drinking plenty of water, because it's a really dehydrating sport too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Coach, you've been here now 12 seasons. So, my goodness, you've had a front row seat to all the growth in SU athletics. And from your perspective, what do you think sets Southeastern apart when it comes to our athletics?
I think probably the biggest thing that I've seen change over the years here is just that our programs have gotten so much better from when I came in, and we've gone from like a school that had just joined the NEIA, was just kind of getting used to it and being destroyed a lot of times by a lot of other teams, to now where like almost every team is nationally ranked, and if they're not nationally ranked, they're right on the cusp of being nationally ranked. But the cool thing about it is that I haven't seen really that the change of our school has changed, or that our school has not changed, and our coaches haven't changed as far as like what they want in an athlete and what they want to see here and what our teams should be like. I've actually seen that grow. I think while I've been here, that the coaches we have right now, I really feel want student athletes first, and also Christ-centered student athletes. There's a really big part of that. And obviously not every kid that comes here is going to be as focused on those things as other people, but as a whole, I think that's really been something that's really cool to see. And I've seen a lot of other schools that say they're Christian schools, and they don't really care that much about the Christian part of it. It's just they want to win. And I think that's a really cool thing about our school, is that's just kind of been still a main focus, I think, for most of the coaches. And I think the student athletes are bought into it as well.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I was coaching here in women's basketball when Coach was hired. And the old AD, in fact, I sometimes still do this. I will take a prospective coach and pair them with a coach, and they'll have lunch together. Well, he and I sat in Mikasa, and I was his coach. I had been here. I'm a year longer here than he is, and we had I think I'm the reason you came to Southeastern. No, it was an emotional talk. We talked about family and journey, and it's just really cool. Like looking, I don't think about that a lot, but sitting here reflecting on your 12 plus years here, it was cool to be a part of it up front.
No, it's a really important thing to me personally. Like I've never really wanted to go to a school where I could just focus on running, and that would be the only thing. I really get joy out of seeing my athletes grow as people and grow spiritually and leave this place. And I love looking at Facebook and whatever else is out there now that you can find out how people are doing and seeing, what those kids that I had a part of their life are doing now, and the families that they have. And I think that's true for all the coaches here. I think that's their main focus. Is they want to win. Don't get me wrong, but I think they want to see these kids grow up and do great things outside of here.
Kudos for the Facebook reference. I thought you were going to say MySpace there for a second.
I don't think I was ever on MySpace. I remember it, but
all right. As someone who's experiencing SEU as a student athlete, what kind of impact has this university had on you, both as an athlete and your everyday life?
SEU has really been like a home away from home, which, I live on campus, so of course it'll be a little bit of a home. But academic-wise, I only have one professor this semester. And so I have her for 7 hours a day. But I enjoy just sitting in her class and just being present with her. And, she's constantly telling us about the Lord and implying the Lord into our lectures. And she's absolutely amazing. And I think that really helps be more comfortable in the academic space that we are given. And it makes it more fun to learn, too. And I really enjoy, just going to class. And if I miss class, I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to miss class. But then, socially, I have made amazing friends on the team, and most of them are my roommates now. And so we do bicker a little bit. But, I mean, like, it's fun bickering, and we all have become, like, a small little family, and it's really fun. Awesome. And so, like, SU is a huge part of my life, and, like, I've been through hard trials, but also, like, great, amazing successes here. And so I think it's really good. Like, I'm glad the Lord brought me here, and, like, I'm just sitting here with him now. So
it's awesome.
No, that's great. One final question for both of you. We always like to ask this to our guests, but the word of the year is unleash. What does that mean for both of you?
You want me to go first? I think for me, it's cross country is a very progressive sport. It's something that you start months and months ahead of time for a certain ending, and my hope is that this weekend my team will unleash all the work that they put in, and that we'll see the results of all the hard work that they've put in over the season. And I think that just goes along with their lives in general, as far as young Christians and young people learning things and stuff like that, that it's all a stepping stone to something farther down the road that's going to eventually, you don't know when the Lord's going to use you and help you open up to somebody about your faith, or maybe it's a job opportunity at your place that you work at or whatever, and you have to be ready for that and prepare for that over your whole life. So
yeah, that's good.
that is good. So last year, the word of the year was Feel the Fire. Right. And so I really thought that symbolized God's refining discipline. And so now jumping into the unleashed is walking in that discipline that the Lord has given us and walking in it with confidence with him. And so we're unleashing that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, love it. Love it. That's so good. Well, both to have you on this show again today, and this is going to be an exciting weekend, and can't wait to see the results of the competition, and we're wishing you well in that competition, and proud of what you all have accomplished. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's such an exciting time for SU cross country, and really for all of Fire Athletics right now. And make sure you come out to Saturday night at 6 p.m. to the SU soccer field, where our Sun Conference champion women's soccer team will host the Sun Tournament semifinal against either St. Thomas or Florida Memorial. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. In fact, we're giving away free popcorn to students who show up to the game. So hopefully you're back by 6 o'clock.
We'll be back by 5.
You're gonna be fantastic. We need you there to support the team.
Yeah, and that's one of the several big events on deck. Volleyball and football are both playing for possible regular season titles, and wrestling and basketball are competing on the road. It's one of the busiest, most exciting weekends of the year for the Fire.
And you can follow all the coverage at sufire.com and across our social media platforms for scores, highlights, and updates all weekend long. Before we sign off, we want to once again thank our guests, Coach Paul Kurtz and Izzy Colebank, for joining us, and give a huge shout out for our sponsors, Lakeland Regional Health, the official medical partner of Fire Athletics, and Coca-Cola Beverages Florida, for their continued partnership and support.
And, of course, a big thank you to all of you, our listeners, viewers, fans, for tuning in, being such an important part of Fire Nation. We'll be back next week with more highlights, stories, and conversations around all the athletic events. Until then, enjoy the games and cheer loud. Go Fire.
Go Fire.
Fire.